Hello, I'm Galactic Sweets, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Last time, we were asked by the Empress herself to go hunt out a band of rogues, and we learned more about why they're doing what they're doing, and we unfortunately saw that race that has been caught. But it's okay, he's in the hands of the most marvelous, beautiful man in the entire world. What is this? Who are you? What have you done with Nysala? Oh, this is something everyone should see. There can be no doubt I gaze upon the last living wonder of the Serenus royalty. Those golden locks, witness how they gather in the morning sun and multiply its brilliance. The gentle luster of those argent wings manifest proof of royalty as sure as I am alive. Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent! A true work of art wrought in flesh and feather. All this beauty, mine. The fortune I paid the Raven King seems like a pittance compared to this treasure. What? Nysala sold me. To you! Oh, you're exquisite, even in rage. Now if you behave yourself, I'll grant you a life of luxury. Ow! My nose! My beautiful nose! Bishop Oliver, you winged freak, you'll pay for that. No, you mustn't harm him. You mustn't ruffle a single feather of those gorgeous wings. My beauty, you mustn't be frightened. In time, you'll come to see how kind and charitable a master I can be. This is madness. Oh, so frightening. How delicious. But I fear that we must be separated for a short while. Loyal servants, attend my words. You must not raise a hand to this one. Prepare his meals with care, and do not disturb his rest. I would not see his countenance marred by displeasure. Herons, you see, are such delicate things. And then, at the proper time, yes, the proper time, when will it be? I say to you, those haughty senators and their ilk have looked down their noses at me for the last time. I shall show them all. Ooh, but I must have a grand stage, one where none can fail to see me. The Serenus royals are creatures of legend, and when I have arrived with one at my side, I can hardly wait to see Duke Gaddis's face. Nysala, you wretch! Curse your eyes! How dare you do this to me? I brought him. Well done, Ike. I shall see that you are rewarded. Where's your usual entourage? I only see 2 of your holy guard. Oh, there was some sort of disturbance. I think they're clearing away the rabble. But on to business. Is that one there the ringleader of the thieves? Why, he's nothing but a child. Has he offered up any kind of defense for his deplorable actions? We are no thieves. We are trying to free the Lagoos that these filthy aristocrats hold in captivity. What manner of absurd fairy tale is this? In year Begnion 624, Apostle Misaha, my honored grandmother, emancipated every last Lagoo slave. In accordance with their law, today there is not a single slave to be found in all of the Begnion Empire. You lie. Countless noble houses even now keep Lagoos as servants, or entertainment, or worse. And the Senate, those vast windbags, grant tacit approval by doing nothing. That's enough, I told you to keep a cool head. Never thought Ike would be the one trying to not get so angry at the Apostle. But, Ike, why ever would you bring such an ill-mannered rogue to meet me? What is it you're planning? If anyone's planning something, it's you. Really? What could you possibly mean by that? Your last mission showed us the slave trade, and now you put us in contact with an underground emancipation group. From the very beginning, I found this whole arrangement a little odd. You have more vassals than you can use, yet you hire us for these missions. Your motivations have puzzled me. Oh, I see. And have you solved this puzzle of yours? You want to expose the depravity of the inner circles of power. But you don't want the general public to know that the majority of the Senate is involved in slavery. And to think I thought you were as untutored as a wild monkey. You're actually quite bright. I didn't figure it out all by myself. I have companions who I'm trust with my life. They helped. Hey, hold it. What in the world are you talking about? Would someone explain this to me? The apostle was aware of Lagoo's slavery. On top of that, it appears she intends to do something about this problem. Are you serious? I am. However, whether I succeed or fail depends largely on what you do next. So be it. I think it's time you told us about the next job you have lined up for us. I received reports that Bishop Oliver, the Duke of Tennis, is up to something suspicious. Duke Tennis has a villa near the woods of Serenes. Go there and return with irrevocable proof of whatever he's doing. If you succeed in this, I promise to support your Princess Alentia with all the power at my command. We'll bring back whatever information it is you're looking for. Be ready for us. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle. You can see we got a lot of new allies. No deaths, no injuries, and I do want to point out, I don't remember exactly, but I believe the song that played at the beginning of this chapter, and there'll be an annotation on screen if I'm wrong, is Power Hungry Fool. It is a really good song. And one definitely, like, you've heard it. It's a really good song. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So we'll go ahead and go to support and info. Well, let's see. I can support with Soren. And yeah, Soren can support with Stefan, of all people. I might actually hold off on Ike and Soren support and trying to get Soren and Stefan support up. Jill can support with Mist. I want that. So let's see what they have to say. Does that taste good, Jill? Yeah, it's really good. Why? Because I made it. I'm glad you like it. You made this? Yep, I call it Mist's Magical Meatloaf. It's chock full of stuff that's good for you, especially when you're sick. You look real sad and you never eat, so I thought this would make you feel better. You're worried about me? Why are you so nice to me? I'm a day and soul. Stop. Please stop saying that. Why? It's true. Because it makes me feel bad. That's why. You're always saying, I'm a Dayan soldier, everyone should hate me, blah blah blah. You're not a bad person, Jill. I want to be your friend, and you make it really hard. My friend. You get to see a little more character development out of Jill. Jill is a lot of people's favorite character when it comes to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, because she does go through a very nice character arc. I do have to say, and I didn't actually know this at the time, but this is a really important base conversation. You want this, and you can only get this if you recruit Stefan. Let's view it. What the? Who are you? How long have you been a member of my troop? Nice to finally catch up, Ike. Finally notice. I joined after the battle in the sands. My name is Stefan. I apologize for not introducing myself earlier. Why are you here? In part, it's because I'm curious, but mostly, it's the guiding hand of fate that has led me to you. Huh? In the desert, I watched the dance of your sword. You have a unique style, but it is incomplete, filled with hesitation. You have recently lost your teacher, no? Ah. Luckily, your foundation is quite strong, which is why I can be of service. Your technique, how powerful will it be when perfected? I would like to know. Who are you? You can learn the dance of blades from me without knowing my history, can you not? What say you? Let your heart decide. Sure, let's see. I understand. If you can help me perfect my technique, I will gladly accept an invitation to learn from you. Then prepare yourself. Come, attack me with all your strength. With that, we get an occult scroll. I went over this, I think I went over this on chapter 13. But yes, you want those. Those are really, really good. So let's see what Muarim is up to. Muarim. Little one. How was it? Were you treated roughly? Did they attempt to punish you? No, it was nothing. And the apostle? I thought she'd be some mean old hag, but she's just a kid. Really, she's even shorter than I am. Little one, you must lower your voice, and watch your tongue. What? Why? Rest easy, Muarim. Everyone in this room is with me. The apostle has no ears here. That is good. Muarim? Speaking ill of the apostle here is considered treasonous. Keep it up and they'll kill you, or threaten to. What? Little one, while we are here, please choose your words with more care than you have shown. I beg of you. Oh, right, I understand. For Laguz, you seem to know more about court etiquette than my fellow Bjork, Tormod. Bah. That's 'cause I don't know much about any of this stuff, that's all. It is no matter, little one. Ike, the reason I am familiar with the customs of Begnion nobles is, I myself was once a slave. What? Oh no. For generations my family served as slaves to one house. They were wealthy and powerful, senators and all. As a child, I was raised to never question my station as a slave. From the day I was born, the most grueling physical labor was as natural as breathing. I knew nothing else. To ensure we were liked by our masters, we were drilled in the etiquette of polite society until it became second nature. We were slaves. We did what we could to live as long as we could. The most important thing was to not incur the wrath of our masters. If we displeased them, we were punished. If we were lucky, we were beaten. If we were unlucky... Muarim, that's enough! I am sorry, Lord Ike. If a former slave like myself is present, all of you will be judged, scorned, and looked down upon. I came here to ask if you would take care of something for me. You were born a Laguz slave, and you're not allowed to be freed. That's not right. Why, that's why we promised each other that we'd change all that. We made a promise. Laguz, like Bjork, would build homes and plant fields. Families would live together in peace and freedom. That's a world we dreamed of. That's a dream that belongs to us as Laguz slaves. We don't need the help of another Bjork like you. What? Little one. Does it really warrant that much concern? Since I first arrived here in Begnion, it's something that's been bothering me. If you're born into a noble house, you're a noble. If your parents are slaves, you're a slave. Do you really think a person's worth is decided at the moment of their birth? I can't understand a country where that passes for normal. I just can't. That doesn't sound like the words of someone working for Princess Crimea. Princesses are princesses because they're born in the royal families, right? Are you going to deny that? No, you're right. Alencia, she is a princess. I don't think we've treated her with more respect than any other employer we've had, but... Funny, we've addressed her as princess the entire time, but I've never really considered what it meant. From where I stand, I think you've been blessed. You were born as a Bjork and raised in a country with lenient social structure. That's an enviable life. It's so hard, no matter how I try, I'll never fully understand your pain. But listen, I didn't treat Alencia any different after I learned of her heritage. I'm not going to think of you or treat you differently just because you used to be a slave. It's not going to happen. You're you. And I'm free to think of it that way if I want, right? Muarim, there's nothing anyone can do about your past, about the burdens you carry. And I know I don't know everything that's going on, but you shouldn't be trying to push Tormod away. He's dedicated to you, and being with you is his choice. It's part of his freedom. I see now. I will go and find him. If meeting those in the temple is uncomfortable, I can go and bring him back. What do you think? No, I can do it. I have a good nose. Tracking the young one sent while avoiding other Bjork is an easy task. I see. Ike, never mind. May our friendship be true and enduring. I share your sentiment. Our troop will have you for as long as you wish. Just let that sink in for a second. That was a very nice conversation, and not something not even a lot of Fire Emblem games address these sort of topics. I mean, they do, but they don't, it really feels like Fire Emblem Path of Radiance really does go into depth addressing racism and whatnot, and I just don't feel like I get that from other Fire Emblem games. Not to say other Fire Emblem games haven't addressed that stuff. People will go on about how Genealogy of the Holy War addresses the horribleness of war, messed up marriages and whatnot. But it's just, there's a reason I really like this game, and it's about the world everything's presented. This game, I wouldn't say it's taught me a lot, but I agree with a lot of the views they put, that it doesn't matter who you were born as, or that everyone should be treated equally. And I think it's really nice to see that, and it's why Ike is also one of my favorite protagonists in all the Fire Emblem. I can relate to him on that level. I don't know who I'm going to give base experience to. I might have to think about that. Braum could use it to catch up to everyone else since he's been falling behind. But let's talk about Tormod and Muarim. So, Tormod. Yeah, normally I talk about them in the actual chapter itself, but I feel like talking about him here, so oh well. Tormod, his big issue is his base level at 7. At this point, your units will obviously be higher or even promoted by this point. In fact, I think the fact that my units aren't really promoted yet is weird. But yeah, Tormod's big issue is that he's level 7 at this point in the game. Other than that, his bases are fine, his growths are fine, he'll be a solid mage, right up there with Ileana and Soren. So yeah, definitely usable, definitely decent. That's all I really have to say about him. His strength is better than Soren, so he'll be able to wield heavier tomes without too much issue. He does specialize in fire magic, but just like any mage, he can use all other stuff. Oh, he has an E rank in thunder magic, which thunder magic is really good. So if you want a mage that specializes in a specific type of magic, I'd highly recommend getting one that specializes in thunder magic. And I don't remember what celerity does his skill. That's why his movement is 7. That's actually really good. Huh. So yeah, he has really good movement. That is something to keep in mind. So, once he promotes, he'll have like 8 movement, which is that of a Cavalier, I think. Do Cavaliers have 8 movement? Yes they do. So, next is Muarim. Yeah, Muarim's a Laguz, and a lot of people write off Muarim automatically because of that. And he is a bit underleveled for where your other units would be. But when talking about him, I don't know base-wise at least, because I haven't looked too much into his bases versus Mordecai bases. But from a quick glance, he's stronger. He has better Gimme Band, which allows him to remain in That's why you see the -3, -1. Don't get him in range of mages. His resistance isn't that good, but he's still a very solid unit. I'm going to be jumping back and forth between Mordecai and Muarim, just to sort of compare them. Of course, the big thing that Muarim has going against them is availability. You have Mordecai for a super long time. You don't have Muarim for as long. But he does stay part of your party permanently, so it's just like, what? A lot of chapters? 8 chapters? Yeah. So yeah, that's really it. And with that, I'm going to go ahead, go around and give basic XP to people, and do some other preparations and whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and save really quick. And I will meet you guys in a second. Alright, I decided to dump my base experience on Braum, and I do want to show really quick for the shop that if you go to sell items, the white gem is there that we picked up last chapter. You can sell for a lot. You can't sell the cult scrolls. Interesting. I'll have to look up what I know what Vantage is, but I'll have to look up what Guard does off screen because I don't actually remember what it does. All I know is that it is a skill in Fire Emblem Heroes, so nice to see where that came from. You can do some shopping here, but I think I'm good on weapons. I'll definitely do shopping next chapter, but for this chapter I think I'm good. So with that, I could do a forge though, since I do have the money, and we get only like 1 forge per chapter, so might as well. So the real question is, who should I forge? I did give all of Zihark's stuff to Stefan. I don't plan on using Zihark anymore because he's had some really bad level ups. And I want to use Stefan. He's a good unit. Solid unit. I will go ahead and forge a lance for Marcia and make it like a really powerful slim lance. That's what I'll try and do. So, or maybe we should try and forge a javelin for her. Yeah, let's forge a javelin. We're gonna up that attack as much as we can. We're gonna down the weight as much as we can so she can double with it. We're gonna up the hit rate. Yeah, we're just spending all the money on this. And sure, we'll just, we don't need up the crit. Is this a optimal or ideal? Again, probably not, but hey, I want to do it. So, and, yes. And, we need a name. Oh, I don't know the name for this. Because normally I don't give my forged weapons names. But I feel like for this series I should. Real question is, what should I, name it? Again, if you have any idea for weapon names in the future, go ahead, suggest it in the comments. I guess we could call it, not, spear, because it's kinda like a spear in that it's more powerful, but it's not a spear, it's just a forged javelin. There we go. That is a very uncreative name. Let's make it black. Everything's cooler when it's black, right? Alright, so with that we'll go ahead and leave the base. Is this the place? Yes, it is. It's rather heavily guarded. Even so, I think a direct attack would be our best chance of gaining entrance. Halt! Who goes there? What are you doing? This villa is a private property of Duke Tanas, Senator of the Empire. No trespassing. I'm Ike, of the Grail Mercenaries. Under orders from the Apostle, we've been charged with investigating the Duke. What? The Apostle sent you? But wait here a moment. Alright, brother, we'll sneak around out here and see what we can see. Good idea. Leave it to us. If we get stopped, we can talk our way out of it. Alright, Mist, let's get going. Yeah. What is it I hear? You lads claim to be here on the Apostle's business. We have a letter here that bears her seal. Well, I see. It appears genuine. Very well. Yes, my dogs are barking in the background, ignore that. Very well. Very well. Am I in a position to ask what exactly I am suspected of doing? I'm going to pause for a second. I'll be right back. Okay. We are here by the Apostle's leave. Do you honestly intend to make us discuss this private matter outside? Oh. No, of course not. Never. I would never insult, but please, come inside. Well, that was an easy way of getting in. So much for fighting our way inside. Oh? Slavery? Me? The Apostle would honestly accuse me of such an unfashionable thing as slaveholding? Oh! Do you claim no knowledge of such a thing? I've shown you every nook of my mansion, every cranny. I've been most thorough, have I not? And you saw no trace, not a single sign of any Lagoos here, did you? That is true. This accusation is absolutely ridiculous. To think that I, a bishop who serves only the Apostle's will, would do anything, my TV blipped out so that's why I stopped talking for a second, would do anything to violate our country's Emancipation Act. Be certain that you tell the Apostle everything. Tell her that Duke Tanas is upright and clean-handed. There is not even a shadow of falsehood in my noble eyes. Look into them deeply, my boy, and tell me what you see. Well, Hey, stop that, back off. We have little choice, do we? I think it would be best if we left for the time being. Hey, halt, you can't go in there. Ah. Ike! Mist, what is it? Ike, I saw him! In a room on the top floor of this building. I saw someone. I think he was one of the bird tribe. He looked like he was trying to jump out of a window, but he was forced away from it and back into the room. What? What is this? This child is babbling about. Someone from the bird tribe. Can you describe him? He had long hair. It was sparkling like gold. And his skin, it was so pale, almost translucent. Oh, and his wings, they were pure white. Is that accurate, Titanium? It is. I saw him as well. That can only mean there is a member of the Huron clan in this place. According to books, only members of royal Huron family possess white wings. It appears that there is at least one room we have yet to see. What is going on? What is it going to be, Duke Tennis? You can cooperate and show us this room that you somehow forgot. Or... guards! Kill them all! Don't let a single one escape! But I thought we were supposed to see nothing but pure and innocence in his eyes. So this is how you want to play it. I thought it might come to this. Mercenary, it's time. Devdan hears the sound of battle. You dare bring conflict into Bishop Oliver's home? My lands will make you pay for your impudence. And with that, we start. The objective is seize. Hold on. I thought the objective was supposed to beat boss, because I was reading it up on stuff before this, and it said that on normal and hard the objective is defeat boss, but on easy it's seize. And I'm playing on normal. If you don't believe me, go back and check the first episode of the series, the prologue. I show that I select normal. But, yeah, okay, that's weird. I've been referencing the Fire Emblem Wiki for help and whatnot. That's where a lot of my information comes from. But, okay, that's weird. That's something that either they're wrong or there's something weird on my end. I don't know which one it is. But yes, I decided to bring Muarim, well, that's so, not Muarim. Here's Muarim. I gave the demi-band to, oh, don't go in enemy range. I gave the demi-band to, Leaf. So she's sort of going to take the lead. Muarim does have the Bjork guard. And, he does start with no points at the beginning of battle. Gains 4 points per turn, so we do have that. I'll be honest, this wasn't such a memorable chapter to me. I completely forgot about this chapter until I looked up who was available, who we were getting in the next chapter for character bios. I'm like, oh hey, this chapter, it exists. Yeah, not exactly the most memorable chapter in the world. And do I have animations turned on? I do have animations turned on. Well, you get to see animation. You get to see this nice background. Actually, yeah, this looks really nice, and Mia got a level up. Alright. It's funny that I gave a lot of all my base experience to Braum, and he's not even with us this chapter. Same goes for, or not, I didn't give my base experience to Stefan, but I certainly gave him equipment, like he's going to join us, and then I haven't actually used them. My big issue with giving Leaf the demi-band, is that her speed does go down, so she might not be able to double stuff that she would be able to double before. I'm just sort of doing it as experimentation for this chapter. Cause let's see, like, what is your speed? What's your attack speed? Thankfully, for later games made it so you can see the attack speed just by looking at the unit, but of course here, if you want to see attack speed, you have to turn it to detailed combo window. Yeah, without the even without the demi-band, it wouldn't be enough to double. Leaf would be a point short. So, I'll go ahead and put that back to simple. Because attack speed needs to be 5 above in order to double. But these are also Myrmidons, so I'm not surprised they don't double. Let's see if Leaf can double the fighters at least. Yes, she can. Alright, this might not have been a bad idea as I thought it was. Alright, I don't have anyone on my team with an armor knight. I don't know. Marsha? You do something? It works. Let's go. But I have to say, I forgot how nice this background looks. It's a shame, like I said, this isn't such a memorable chapter. I do recommend, one, bring Soth or Volt, whichever one. Since I am a cheapskate who likes conserving on money, I'm gonna bring Soth. Because you can see there's chests, there's locked doors here, there's stuff inside here, but we can't see what it is until we open the door. Having an unlock step, which I'm not sure if you can have by this point in the game, or if they're even in this game, would also do it. Also, make sure to bring either Mist, Soren, Rolf, or Tormod. One of those 4 characters. Have one of those 4 characters with you. You'll see why soon, if you haven't already guessed. Let's see. Astrid does double these guys. Okay, I'll take it. What is her speed? Because, geez, Astrid's doubling, but not Leaf. What the heck? I mean, I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Let's see. And with that, yeah, Paragon's still kicking in, so she's still getting a ton of experience. Thanks, Astrid. Nice to know you're living up to the growth unit you're supposed to be. What is your speed? Your speed is 16. That guy had a steel sword, but then why didn't Leaf double him? Oh, Leaf doubles this guy. Okay, so maybe it was just this guy then that was weird. I wasn't checking weapons too much, but, let's see, 15, 15. You need the experience. Go, Soren. Wind will work because I'd like to preserve my stronger tones for a little bit later. I would try using Tormod, but I do honestly want to use Soren just because, for the rest of the game, just because he does have such story significance. And I feel like it'd be a crime to not use Soren, but then everyone uses Soren, so I also do want to try and be different. Let's see, go ahead and have Leaf take out him. Definitely having the Demi-Band makes Lagoo's units a lot more usable, because one of the big annoyances with Lagoo's is their gauge. You know, they're only good for so many turns, and then you have to wait, and wait, and wait. And on Radiant Dawn, the sequel, there was a skill introduced called Half Shift, which is basically the Demi-Band, but in skill form. But yeah, no, the Half Shift's very appreciated. It does sort of prevent him from being, like, super strong, but, hey. And of course, there are certain Lagoo's units who can stay transformed forever. They are probably the most broken characters in the game, and the reason why Lagoo's can't stay transformed forever normally. But we'll get to that when we get to that. You can see, nice thing is that I can sort of just stick Leaf in the middle of an enemy crowd, and every time she's attacked, her gauge won't go down a little, so that's nice. I don't know if there's going to be a thief who appears later, maybe from, like, here. I wouldn't be surprised if there was. So they can sort of, like, encourage you to go towards they can encourage you to stop turtling, because we need to get to this room before anything else. Because I'm willing to bet a thief will appear from here to try and take stuff. Let's see. What is Muarim's gauge at the moment? It is 12. Well, you're getting there, Muarim, slowly but surely. That is a Thunder Mage. If I could get Soren in range, which I probably won't, so I can get so close. Marsha just doesn't get... Oh, and Muarim would have been able to shove Marsha, too. Can you shove Marsha? Yes, you can. I was hoping to have Leaf get some experience, but nope. Horse units can't shove. Can you somehow... No, you can't. Dang. I was really hoping to get Marsha in range so she could take out the guy, but oh well. I'll stick to the normal javelin for right now, not the not spear. So I wonder if the not spear would have taken this guy out. Or, oh, javelin did it anyways. Apparently I can't math because I thought it wouldn't take him out. With that, Marsha gets a level up. And thank God that was much better level than what Astrid got. Jeez. Go ahead and have Soren. Or wait, this guy has a hand axe. So it might be best to have Mia do something then. Mia can weaken him. Hey, that works for me. And I'll probably have to heal Mia after this if he hits Mia, which he didn't, but I'll heal Mia. Mia. I'm not playing Fire Emblem Echoes. Or, I've been playing Tales of Xillia recently. There's also a character named Mia in that game. But that is a story for another time. Wind works. We'll get to see Soren blow this guy away? Don't take that out of context. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna heal Soren this turn, because Soren cannot take 2 hits. Let's see. We might actually call the episode soon. Sorry we haven't really done too much of the chapter, but that's generally how Fire Emblem games go. But I hope you've been enjoying the world building we've been getting and whatnot, because it is really nice. Let's see. Go ahead and have Mist. We'll probably do one more turn and then call it an episode there. But I do love the world building in this game. I just can't go on enough about it. It's really why this is one of my favorite Fire Emblem games. The mechanics are good as well, but like the world building is really what sells it to me over other Fire Emblem games. And not to say other Fire Emblem games have not so great world building, but it just feels like Tellius, the continent that everything takes place on, and often you'll hear Fire Emblem fans refer to specific games by their continent. Except for Fates, because Fates didn't give a name to its continent. Well then. You are fire. You have 5 res. You take 10 damage. You take this guy out. So you should be able to... That's thunder. So yeah, you'll do less. Unless he has more magic. No, they have the same magic. Gamble. Ooh. I don't really like Gamble though, so... But I could sell it. And selling stuff is always a-okay with me. So long as it's not actually useful. So we'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll do this. That mage will probably attack, he'll probably attack Astrid at 1 range next turn. Oh shoot, I did not think about that. Oh, thank you for dodging, Astrid. So Astrid probably won't end up taking out the mage next turn. Of course, I can't have Leith or Muarim get near. I might take Paragon off of Astrid soon, just so she does work on her weapon rank, because she is starting to get really close to promoting. And that the main reason you want her to get. Let's see. Oh, she would have attacked. Okay, I can still bring this back. Who can shove Muarim? Can you shove Muarim? No, you cannot. Where's Leith? Leith is all the way over here. Shove Muarim. Shove him. Yes, just enough. Alright. With that, Astrid will be back in range. So she can take out this mage at the beginning of next turn, or at the beginning of enemy phase. Put Soth here. Soth does have a really nice support with Astrid. I know I brought that up before, and I know I probably won't get a chance to show it on screen because I'm not going to be using Soth in every chapter I can. But it is something I definitely recommend looking up. We're just moving along everyone right now. Go ahead and have Mia equip the Mia Kati. She could probably use the Forged Sword for next chapter. That's probably what I'll do if I remember. So I'm a little curious how much damage he will do, because he'll do less damage in the Thunder Mage. So let's see, what is it? 15? What's Astrid's max HP? 24? Was that 9 damage then? And apparently she's just doubling everything now. Hey, that works for me. I am fine with that. You keep doubling Astrid. I have no complaints here. No complaints. And with that, Muarim is ready. Alright, we'll get to start next turn with that. And there is 1 Fire Mage, so I'll have to be careful about that. So yes, we'll go ahead and have Ike face the camera so he can do the outro, even though he doesn't need to, but So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend if you think you might like this stuff, even if it's just one. Word of mouth is an amazing way to help the channel grow. Follow me on Twitter, that is the best way to stay updated on the channel and everything going on. Link to that is in the description below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this game overall, because this is just such an amazing game. I love it. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.